production management. Second one is the marketing management. So marketing management, they have the responsibility to research they have to research to determine the needs and the expectation of the customers. Okay, is it right, students? Because of the marketing department will held responsible, but they have to conduct the research. They have to conduct some survey in the market, and they have to come up with a new innovation. They have to give the feedback to the higher officials. Sir, this type of product expected by the consumers. So why not we go for that type of products? So you have to conduct a services. You have to conduct some surveys. You have to conduct. You have to read. We are having some different types of articles, journals, okay, published by the different newspapers and other print media. So we have to use the data and we have to make the one proposal and we have to see that what type of needs and expectations of the consumer. And planning and developing the suitable products. That is very important, students. Every organization, every company's success depends on the product only. What type of product you are producing, what type of product you are giving in the market. Is it accepted by the customers? Is it accepted by the all the consumers in the market? Because of your internationally you want to do the business. So if you want to do the business internationally, you have to survey, you have to consider international consumer requirements. Okay, so for that purpose, you have to plan and develop a suitable product. You have to plan and develop a suitable product, and setting appropriate prices, because of price is very important. It's, you have to while you are fixing a price, so many factors should be considered. What is the cost per unit? What is your competitor price? Okay, what the customer is expecting? What is the customer expectation for this price for this product? Like this, you have to conduct. You have to do the number of research. Okay, so another one, selecting the right channel of distribution. So right channel of distribution, students, you have to appoint dealers. You have to appoint your retailers. Okay, because of the dealers, retailers, these are the best the source to promote your product in the market. Because of those people only they are having the direct interaction with the customers, or they are directly interacting with the consumers. So you have to appoint a good dealers, okay, and wholesalers for your product. So this is the marketing management in the scope of the management. Second one is the marketing. Third one is the financial management. It is very crucial part of the management, because of finance is very, very, very important element in the total all elements. Because of until unless there is no finance in your hand, you cannot realize your dreams. You cannot start your organization. If you do not have the proper funds in your hand, so you cannot go for take the initiative for starting the company. So for that purpose, finance is very, very important, students. So financial management seeks to ensure that the right amount and the types of funds to business at the right time and at a reasonable cost. So procurement of the finance, analysis, estimating the funds is very important, students. How much funds are required? Okay, for example, you require 10 lakhs, or if you require 12 lakhs, or if you require 15 lakhs, you have to estimating is very important. Forecasting, that is nothing but a forecasting. You have to estimate how much funds are required. And another point, after forecasting the funds, after estimating the funds, know where you have to go for the funds. Because of your running a business, okay, where you have to go for the funds. Maybe you have to go for the market. Maybe market means capital market or primary market. Either you go for the bank, you take a borrow from the bank, you take a loan from the bank. So different sources are there, students. So maybe equity shares, preference shares, and debt. Okay, these are the regular sources for procurement of the funds. These are the regular sources for the procurement of the funds. So financial management wing is held responsible for the procurement of the finance from the market. Okay, estimating the finance, how much finance we require. Next, procurement of the finance, Third one, utilization of the finance also very important, students. Utilization means you estimated the funds and you procure the funds for the organization. Then the funds in your hand, then you have to properly utilize the funds for your organization. Okay. So unnecessary wastage of funds may be threat to your organization. It creates a threat to your organization. This is the third one, students. And fourth and final one, personal management. The personal management is nothing but today contemporary concept. Substitute for this word is a human resource management. HRM, human resource management. So HRM means what? Human. You have to select the persons for your organization. You have to recruit the suitable candidates for your organization. Okay. So selection, recruitment, first manpower planning. Then we are having this topic also in the next classes. So manpower planning, recruitment, selection, training, appraisal, promotions and transfers, compensation, employee welfare services, personal records and research. These are the important functions which are attending by the personal management wing or HRM, human resource management. Okay, so what are those, students? Manpower planning, recruitment, selection, training, appraisal, promotion. Okay, so these are the important functions which are attended by the personal management. Now, these are the scope of the management, students. These are the scope of the management. Till now, we discussed the production management, marketing management, financial management, personal management. So these are the four important divisions or scope for the management. Now, today, very important topic we are going to cover in this session. That is nothing but a functions of the management. Very, very important, students, for your examination purpose. Okay, Abdul Ghaffar, please, I request you, please mute yourself. Abdul Ghaffar, please mute yourself. Okay, right. Functions of the management. What are the functions of the management? Management has been described as a social process. Why it is a social process? Because we are dealing with the human beings. We are dealing with the human employees. Management is nothing but dealing with the employees only. You have to deal with the employees. Those who are working in organization, you have to maintain a relation. You have to see that their those employees should dedicatedly work for the development of the organization. So it is a dynamic process, students. Management is a dynamic process. Yesterday I told you in the last class, dynamic means it is every time it is changing. Okay. So today the business environment is different. Tomorrow maybe the business environment is different. The market situation is different. So you have to adopt new policies. You have
Sir,
to.
screen is not visible, sir.
Yeah, sorry.
Screen is not visible.
I told you, Amma, the officials of the university not given any authorization to me to share my screen. So I requesting
Okay.
you to please attend the class. After that, I can share my file. Madhuri,
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
done. Please.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
okay, right. So very important functions of the management we can classify under the four categories. Four categories. Functions of the management. Four categories. First one is the planning. Second one is the organizing. Third one is the staffing. Fourth one is the directing. These are the four important functions, and we are discussing these functions very briefly here, very brief, very short, because next in third class, we are going to discuss this every function in detail. So here the management functions. First one is the planning. What is the meaning of planning? Planning means future course of action. In future, you want to do something, so you have to plan now itself. Now itself. Okay, what to do, when to do, how to do. Okay, these are the questions posed by the management every time. I am working as a manager. If you are appointed as a manager in organization, so you have to question yourself what to do, when to do, how to do. Why? Because of you want to make your organization the market leader. For that purpose, in the light of your company goal, you need to make a good plan. good planning for your organization. So it is a basic function, Amma. It is a basic function, fundamental function. It is a first function. Without planning, you cannot attend other functions like organizing, staffing, directing. First of all, you have to plan for your organization. It deals with checking out a future course of action and deciding in advance the most appropriate course of action for achievement of the predetermined goal. For example, I want to become a market leader next year. So what I have to do? You have in advance, you have to prepare a plan for that. In advance, you have to take appropriate necessary action. Then only you can easily achieve your goal. Otherwise, what happened? You set a goal to make the company as a market leader or to make the company should make 100 crores of profit. So how can you do it? So before, in advance, you have to make some plans for that. In advance, you have to take some necessary action. Okay, planning is nothing but deciding in advance. Planning is nothing but deciding in advance. But planning is very, very crucial, student. Why it is crucial? Future is uncertain. Future is uncertain. You're planning for future. You're planning for future. Okay, so planning is very, very responsibility, and it is very technical work. Okay, easily we can't plan for organizations. It is very tough job. Okay, so another thing I can say here, planning where we are now at present today and where we want to go, where we are, and where we want to be. Where we are now today, we are doing our business activities in India only, in our geographical limits only. But where you want to go? You want to go to expand your business to the other countries also. So where we are today, where we want to be, that is nothing but a planning. A plan is a future course of action. Once again, I am telling you, planning is determination of course of action to achieve desired goals. This is the second point. So planning is a systematic thinking about ways and means for accomplishment of predetermined goals. This is the third one. You have to, it is a systematic manner how to plan. So there are the number of steps are there. So tomorrow's class, I will explain. There is a different separate topic is there for planning. Okay, this is only I'm explaining here. Okay, so planning is necessary to ensure proper utilization of. I told you people, resources are very, very important. Resources are scarcity. So always care. So you have to properly utilize your resources, maybe human resources or non-human resources. Just now I told you, finance, you have to properly utilize, how to use, how to allocate. Okay, so that is nothing but a plan. How much fund you require, that is nothing but a plan. Okay, so this is regarding your first function of the management. What is that? Planning. Next one, organizing. That is very important. That is also very important for our management function. Second function is organizing. It is the process of bringing together physical, financial, and human resources and developing productive relation among them for achievement of organizational goal. Now you set up your target. Okay, then you require some human resources, you require physical and financial human resources for developing productive relations for achievement of our organizational goal. According to Henry Fayol, to organize a business is to provide it with everything useful or its functioning. That is nothing but what is organizing? Organizing nothing but providing the raw material, providing the tools, providing the capital, providing the persons. No, you plan for example, one marriage. You are appointed as a event manager. You are appointed as a event manager. Okay, no. You are on today is a Monday. Next Saturday we are having some event. We have to conduct some event at Wipro company by weekend. You have to plan for that, and you have to organize what type of tools requires, who human resource required. Okay, what type of decoration, what type of musical instruments I require. Okay, so this is nothing but organize. You have to pull what are the requirements on the day. Okay, maybe it is a human resources or it may be a non-human resources. You have to pull all the elements at one place to make that event successful. Okay, so that is nothing but a nothing but a organizing. So this is the second function of the management, that identification of activities, how the organizing is going on. The process is like that, the identification of activities on that event. By Saturday, you got a good event opportunity. So first of all, what type of activities have to be attended? That is, you have to identification of activities. You have to classification of grouping of activities, assignment duties. Everyone, you should do this, you should do this. You have to assign the duties to your subordinates. Okay, like this, you have to organize the event and make that event is successful. In a similar way, in organization also, what type of persons, how much funds we require. Okay, what type of material I have to purchase, what type of equipment and tools I have to purchase. You have to organize in this. This is nothing but a organizing. Okay, to organize a business involves determining and providing human and non-human resources to the organizational structure. You have to provide. The management, the second function is organizing. The manager is held responsible for providing human and non-human resources to the organization. Okay, that is the second one, student. Third one is the staffing, STAFFING, staffing. What is the meaning of staffing? Staffing is nothing but selecting the right person for the right job. This is very, very important, students. Human resource. You have to select a correct person for your organization, not a substandard person. Okay, you should not consider recommendation for your selection of the person. Okay, so selecting the right person for the right job, that is nothing but a staffing. It is the function of managing the organization structure and keeping it managed. Staffing has assumed greater importance in the recent years due to the advancement of technology, increase in size of the business, complexity of human behavior, etc. These are the three important elements I want to discuss here. First one is in recent years, what happened? Human resources are getting very getting importance in the organization. Because of why? So staffing is nothing but selecting a right person for your organization. Selecting a right person. So because of why you are selecting a right person, because of we are using advanced technology, increase in the size of the business. Just now I told you, we want to expand our business to the different geographical locations. So your labor should be skilled labor. Your managers, professional managers, you have to appoint to tackle, to face market competition. Okay. Otherwise, what happened? If you are going to a substandard candidate, you are going to appoint a not a skilled labor for your organization. It may give trouble to you. It may give trouble to you. So here, manpower in staffing, there are different processes are there. First one is a manpower planning. How much manpower are required for my organization, and after your manpower planning, it is also we are having one unit on this topic. So we'll discuss in detail in that at the time. So recruitment, selection, placement. Recruitment, selection, placement. These are the three different terminology, students. Because of recruitment is, for example, giving advertisement and encourage the candidates to apply for the post. That is nothing but a recruitment. That's why when you are getting any newspaper, you get a title that recruitment notice. Recruitment notice. Okay, ad. So that means it encourages, it motivates the candidates to apply for the job. That is a recruitment. Selection is nothing but appointing a right person for right job. Appointing a right person for right job. That is underemployment. Nowadays in market, underemployment is going on. Underemployment. What is the meaning of underemployment? I completed graduation. I am working as an attendant. I am completed my MBA. I am working as a collection boy. That is nothing but underemployment. Okay. So underemployment is very threat to the society. It is very threat to the society. That's why nowadays every government is trying to develop these skills in students. Okay, skill-oriented programs. Skill-oriented programs. If you do not have skills, so what is the use of having postgraduate or PhD or master degrees in your hands? There is nothing. It is a wasteless. So selection and placement. Placement means giving that chair which is suitable for him. Okay. So and training and development. remuneration, performance appraisal, promotion and transfers, everything will comes under the staffing only students. This is the third function of the management. Now, another fourth one. Fourth one is very, very, very important key role in the organization, that is nothing but a directing. What is the directing? You lead your team, you lead your employees towards your organizational goal. May now our chief minister or prime minister or our team leader. Okay, so for example, I am a team leader for my members. Okay, I have to make them make their activities towards to our organizational development purpose. Okay, whatever the activities they are attending, whatever the duties they are discharging, their duties should be in the light of our organizational development. Okay, whatever the duties they are discharging, whatever the activities they are doing, every activity and every work, that should be helped by the organization to develop. Okay, that is nothing but a directing. Okay, so it is the part of managerial function which is very important for our organizational development. Direction is that interpersonal aspect of the management which deals directly with the influencing, guiding, supervising, motivating the subordinates for the achievement of the organizational goals. So directing is nothing but supervise. You have to see what type of how the workers are doing the work. You have to watch. It is the act of watching, directing work
Controlling
and
is
workers.
also one of the function, no, sir?
Yeah, that is the last one. That is last one. Okay, fifth one. After this directing, controlling is also one of the functions. Okay, right. So supervision in directing, there are the four elements are there. Very important elements are there. In directing, we are having some elements. Okay. So in directing function, one of the element is supervision. What you have to supervise? You have to watch and directing the workers, your workers and work. You have to watch the work and as well as worker. That is the first one. Supervision. Okay. Second one, please mute Mohan Raj. Please mute yourself. Jamalpur Sandeep. Mute yourself. Jamalpur Sandeep. And Badshah, Sayed Badshah, please kindly mute yourself. Everything is recording in YouTube, Amma. Please don't disturb me. Okay. It is not good for our class also. Okay. Next, motivation. So what is the meaning of motivation? Motivation is nothing but make the ordinary person extraordinary person. It is nothing but making the ordinary organization extraordinary organization. Basha, Sayed Basha, please meet yourself. Sayed Basha, yeah. So motivation. What is the meaning of motivation? You make the organization or you make your employees. You make your employees ordinary employees, extraordinary employees. It depends upon management only. It depends upon manager only. If you are maintaining a good relation, if you are knowing the problems of your subordinates, then automatically the ordinary person, he creates wonders. He creates wonders. Okay, and the ordinary organization, it becomes a market leader in the organization, market leader in the market leader in the society or in the market. So many examples are there for like this. So you have to encourage the people. Okay, you have to create a positive thinking in the employees. Okay, so for that purpose, you have to give some monetary and non-monetary benefits to the employees. Monetary benefits, you have to give some promotion with a high salary, promotion with a high designation. So non-monetary incentives, for example, creating a good facilities at the working place. You are working in one college, you have to provide some good facilities like water facility, good sanitation facility, good cafeteria facility. Okay, like this, you have to provide some good working conditions, good lighting condition. You are working in a one plant, a good lighting condition, good water facility, good. You have to provide some employees welfare schemes. Okay, so like this, you can motivate the employees. And another one, leadership. It is very important, students. Leader is who plays a crucial role for leading the people. Okay, So manager guides and influence the work of subordinates in desired direction. So last one in the direction in directing, last one is the last element is the communication. It is very important. It is also very important because of everything is important. Everything is important. You have to balance everything. You are focusing on one aspect and you are ignoring other aspect. That means it is not a good management. You have to balance everyone. Every element you have to balance it. Okay. So communication, it is the process of passing information, experience, opinion from one person to another person. So if any information is there, it should be flow from the top to bottom. Okay, that means top level to lower level. Okay, and you have to share your experience, you have to share your opinion. That is nothing but a communication. Communication also plays an important role in the organization. No, these are the four important functions. Another one, last one is the controlling functions. First one is the planning, second one is the organizing, third one is the staffing, fourth one is the directing, and final one is the controlling. I told you people in the last class, controlling is not control the employees, not control the employees. Okay, it is a measurement of accomplishment against the standard and correction of deviation, if any, to ensure achievement of organizational goal. So here you have to, first of all, you have to set up standard, establishment of standard performance. For example, I give one example here. Within 1 hour, yes, Pooja, please. Within 1 hour, every employee should produce 20 units. Their production is equal to 20 units. This is the standard. Yes, Krishna, mute yourself. You can ask me doubts after the class. Please, Krishna, mute yourself. Krishna. Yeah. So standards you have to establish. For example, every employee, those who are working in our organization, their production should be 1 hour is equal to 20 units. 1 hour is equal to 20 units. That means within 1 hour, every employee should produce 20 units of. Okay. So, and you have to measure actual performance. X, how many units he produced? For example, he produced 18 units. Y, 19 units. Z, 20 units. Okay. X is 18 units. Y is 19 units. Z is 20 units. Okay. X and Y, why they deviated from their target? What are the reasons behind they not achieved their target? They not achieved their standards. Okay. Is genuine reasons are there? If the genuine reasons are there, okay, so you should consider the reasons. Reasons are not genuine. Okay, Z also, did the correct. There he reached his target. Within 1 hour, he produced 20 units. But X and Y, okay, what are the reasons are there? If the genuine reasons are there, you have to consider. Otherwise, you have to take a necessary action. Necessary action means you have to tell them, just you have to reach 20, you have to be reached 20 units, but you reached only 18 units, 2 units. Okay, so less than your target. So, so you have to instruct them. You have to tell them. Okay, so you have to next day you have to complete your target. Okay, so controlling is nothing but a establishment of standards, measurement of actual performance, comparison the standard with the actual one number. Standard with the actual one. For example, your question paper is 100 marks. Your question paper is 100 marks. Okay, so you got 60 marks. You got 60 marks. So 40 marks deviation. What are the reasons are there? You have to find out the reasons and you have to take a necessary action or necessary steps to how to overcome this 40 marks also. How to reach maximum marks in examination. That is nothing but a controlling. Okay, so this is the mainly 5 functions I discussed here. First one is the planning, organizing, staffing, okay, directing and controlling. So after this another important topic today's class is scientific management. Okay, so very important students in first unit. Now from today's class, these 3 topics, functions of the main So scientific management theory. Okay, so contribution of F.W. Taylor. F.W. Taylor, he is the father of scientific management. He is the father of scientific management. Scientific management. Scientific management is a part of early management approaches. The chief contributor of scientific management is F.W. Taylor. He is known as a father of scientific management. Okay, 1856 to 1915. Okay, so he's known as a father of scientific management. So he was born in USA. Students, he was born in USA. He did most of his schooling in France and Germany. He did his schooling in France and Germany. He could not finish his graduation and joined in Midvale Company. It is one of the steel company. Before completing the graduation only, he has joined in the Midvale company, steel company. He worked there for 6 years. So before I am telling what he has contributed to the management, before that I am telling that his some personal information. He worked there for 6 years. In 1884, he raised to the position of chief engineer as meanwhile he obtained master degree in physics, mathematics, and engineering. In 1898, he joined Bethlehem Steel Company, where he did his experiments to increase the loading capacity of each worker with regards to material handling equipment. Yesterday, I told you, students, I told you principles of management. Every principle has given on based on some experiments, not a rule of thumb. Not in every principle is based on the experiments only. They did some experiments. In it is a big manufacturing steel company where he did some experiments, which are those principles still we are using. Maheshwari, yeah, those principles we are using today in our day-to-day activities. In every organization, we are following these principles also. So what he did, at first, one worker was engaged in loading 12.5 tons of iron. Okay, 12.5 tons of iron. Every worker was engaged to load that iron. But with the help of time and motion study, you have to underline this, time and motion study. So he did some time and motion study, and he proved that one man can load 47.48 tons of iron because of change in the size of pad and systematic arrangement of instruments. So some of the instruments he arranged in systematic manner. Okay, some suitable tools. Okay, so used for the purpose of loading the iron. So before the experiment, one labor only 12.5 tons of iron. So he was engaged. One labor was engaged to loading the 12.5 tons of iron. But after experiment, after providing some good instruments and good tools, so one worker can load 47.4 tons of iron. So this is a big gap. This is a big difference. But 12.5 tons and 47.48. Okay. So with this, what happened? That company are 500 to 600 employees, workers in that company. So after introducing this type of some changes, only 40 so reduced to 140 reduced 140 to the $78,000. $78,000. So how he did? So what are the mechanism behind the scientific management? What are the mechanism? So we are going to discuss about the mechanism. It is very important, student. You have to understand what are the mechanism, how it did that experiment, everything. So mechanism, separation. First mechanism, separation of planning and doing. Planning is different and doing is different. Before this theory, before F.W. Taylor, okay, introduced this theory, what happened? A employee or a worker, a labor, he has to plan what to do, when to do, how to do, everything he has to plan, and he has to do that work. It is a time-taking process. It is very, very time-taking process. Before Taylor's scientific management, a worker used to plan about his work. He has to plan for his work and instrument necessary for that. And what are the instruments required for attending the job, for attending the duty? Okay, everything he has to pull that before introduce of the Taylor scientific management. Supervisor's job was to see how the workers were performing. Supervisor's job, what happened? Only see that how he is working. That's it. He is not involving in planning. He is not involving in arrangement of instruments. Supervisor is not involving. Supervisor is just seeing that, just see that the worker is, how the workers are performing. This create a lot of problems. So Taylor suggested that separated the planning and doing authority. So planning purpose, some employees are deputed, okay, and the doing purpose, some labor are deputed, okay. So this is the way, first very at most important thing is separation of planning and doing. This is the first one, students. Second one, what happened after separation? He has created functional foremanship. So separation of planning from doing resulted into the development of supervision system. Okay. So after separation and
Sir, voice is not audible.
what happened in the system? So Taylor introduced 8% were engaged in the system. Out of four, from 8%, out of 4% were engaged in planning department. No, see. So planning department, there are 4 workers. Okay, there are 4 workers. They are, who are the 4 workers? They are the time and cost clerk, routine clerk, instructions card clerk, and disciplinary clerk. So in production process, 4 personnel were engaged. They are speed boss, repair boss, supervisor, and gang boss. Now, like this, the planning and doing separated, and 4 deputed in the planning department and 4 personnel were engaged in the production department. Okay, so by this they increase the productivity. They can increase the productivity. Third one, so job analysis. Okay, this it is very important. Now we are going to discuss about the time and motion study. So it is related with the finding out the best way to doing. Okay, so for example, a small example. Okay, I have to go to the Hyderabad. So I can go by the bus. I can go by the railway. I can go by the private travel engaging. Okay, which way is the cheapest way to reach Hyderabad? This is the way every activity calculated in scientific management. Because of doing, there are one problem, there are different solutions out there. But which solution is the best and cheap solution for that problem, you have to find out. So scientific management theory emphasizes that only find out the best way of doing every activity. How we can do that work with very, very cheap. Okay, it means that least moments in doing the job, it lead to complete production in less time and lesser cost. Least moment in doing the job, that means it leads to the very less time with a very, very less cost. You have to complete your job. So job analysis consists, one is the time study. Very important, students. In the scientific management theory, it's time study. What is the meaning of time study? It means determining time required to complete a job in a particular time. The movement which takes minimum time is the best one. Okay. So within how much time, within how many minutes you are going to complete. Okay. For example, we are conducting a trial. We are conducting a trial. Okay. One person completed that work in 12 minutes. One labor completed that work in 10 minutes. Another person completed the work in 8 minutes. So scientific management theory gives the credit to the 8 minutes who completed that work 8 minutes. That should be a standard one. So time study. Every whatever the activities are there in the organization, whatever the work is there in the organization, every work there is a standard time is there. Okay, they study. They consider the time study. Okay, so that means it's determining the time required for complete the job. So how they determine their past experience, by the past experience, or they conduct some trials. Okay, so then they decide time, what is the minimum time to complete the job. This is the time study, students. Another one, motion study. Okay, motion study means, it means the study of movement while performing a job. That is the elimination of wasteful movements in performing a job. Only necessary movements are engaged. You are working on floor in one plant. Hello.
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 Hello, 1 2 3 mic testing. Hello, Wallah Habibi.
भाई साहब आ रही है आवाज
So
सर की नहीं आ रही थी
yeah. Just so motion study means you are working at one missionary. Okay, you are working at one missionary. You are doing some cutting job. A worker. We are one person is working at a missionary. His duty is some cutting of the metal, or some cutting of the some metal. So there are unnecessary movements are there. He has to go and take the tool, a particular tool, and which are using for cutting purpose. Okay, so when you are performing a duty, when you are performing a job, there are some unnecessary movements are there. So what happened? Unnecessary movements, eliminate the unnecessary movements. Unnecessary movement. That means the once you eliminate the wasteful of movement, okay, the only they consider the necessary movements which are engaged for performing the duty. Okay, so unnecessary movements eliminated. What is the best time to complete your job? Okay, time study, motion study. Motion study, what it does, it eliminates unnecessary movements. Okay, so what are the useful movements are there, they will consider for the study. And fatigue study. So fatigue, that means we after 1 hour or 2 hours, okay, so we are performing our duty on at plant. Okay, after 1 hour we may get some tired. Okay, so scientific management theory gives importance to the labor, that give some rest, break we can call as a break. Okay, so after 1 hour, after 2 hours, whenever the employee get tired, he become tired, so automatically he give some rest. What is the, why they are giving rest? What is the secret behind that? That means once you get a rest, the employee get rest. Okay, so automatically after after uh, after the break, he can work, he can produce more units. The productivity may increase because of just he get a relax. Okay, after getting the relax, he may produce more goods. Okay, so that is the reason behind giving some rest frequency between the uh, intervals. What are the frequency between the intervals? Okay, it shows the amount and frequency of rest required. Okay, what frequency, 50 1 hour, every 1 hour you get some rest, 10 or 15 minutes. Okay, or every 2 hours they have to set. Okay, by introducing this concept, the employee production increased a huge difference in production, and standardization. That is a very, very important standardization. As far as possible, standardization should be maintained in the respect of instruments, tools, period of work, amount of work, working condition, cost of production. Everything should be standardized. These all things are fixed in advance on the basis of job analysis. Okay, when we are conducting a job analysis, okay, what type of tools you require, how much work required, how much money amount of work required, okay, what is the time required, everything standardized. Okay, so for example, when you are entering to the restaurant, the waiter come and put a menu in your hand. Sir, this is our menu, this is a standard one. That means that is a standard, you can call as a standard, because every price is mentioned in that. Okay, every price of the food is mentioned in that menu. In the similar way, in everything is standardized in the organization. Tools are standardized, instruments are standardized. What type of instruments required, what type of tools required, okay, and what type of working condition required. You require a huge lighting condition, okay, or poor lighting condition you require. You require what are the water facility conditions for complete the work. Everything should be standardized, everything should be analyzed in advance. Okay, another one in the scientific management theory, scientific selection and training of the workers. Very, very important. It gives importance to the scientific selection and training. Scientific selection means conducting written tests, conducting the viva, conducting everything. The recruitment of the employees should be scientifically. Okay, scientifically you should conduct a selection process, not consider any recommendations. You have to consider the education, experience, work experience, attitude, physical strength, everything you should consider, not other factors, students. Okay, and the training is also important. Training you need to update yourself. Employees should update themselves. For that purpose, they have to give only training. This is the another one, financial incentives. Here the in FW Taylor introduced the uh, piece rate system. Piece rate system. Piece rate system. Okay, so piece rate system, which is very popular concept in scientific management theory. Okay, so financial incentives help to motivate workers in maximum efforts. Okay, higher wages leads to increase in efforts. He applied a differential piece rate system. This is the differential piece rate system. What is the differential piece rate system? Okay, so differential piece rate.
Yes.
Can you send me that?
You want me to post here?
No, you can. You WhatsApp me now, please. I'll send my number to you.
Yeah. You send to me. Do you have my number now?
No, I don't have your number.
I'll just post it to you.
Okay.
Can you please send me also?
I'm sending my number.
Yeah, I'm sending it in common group. Okay. You can access.
So, according to him, workers have to complete the work within the specified time. Then only he will get wages at higher rate prices, higher rate per piece. Okay, one does not complete a job gets a lower rate. For example, who complete one unit within 1 minute. Okay, so
This is your
okay, for 1 unit he gets 20 okay, who not completed, who
There
not
is lot of disturbance.
in 1 minute, they may be paid per unit only 10 rupees. This is the differential. The differential.
Listen to the other class
Okay,
now.
this is the one of the financial
Sir.
incentives. So these are the important scientific management concept which were given by the Taylor, but some criticisms are there, students. Some criticisms are there. Okay, regarding the criticism, Taylor scientific management was related to production management. Okay, it takes practical view of management and focuses on only production management. Always the scientific management theory emphasizes the importance to the only production. So many departments are there. Just to tell you, marketing department is there, finance department is there, personal department is there, logistics and selling
All
distribution
mute. We
department.
cannot hear.
In organization departments are there. Scientific management theory totally ignored other departments. They totally ignored. So other departments are not developed. So how can they become the success in the market? The organization cannot become success until unless All the departments coordinated. That is the first scientific.
It's 955.
Management is applicable to large scale operations. Okay, a big scale operations. Big firms, it is applicable not for the small scale.
She said it is on a WhatsApp.
The best way of doing a job was criticized, also criticized. So always, one line I can tell you, students. Scientific management theory treated human beings as missionary. Human beings are missionary, like missionary. Okay, if you pay more money, if you pay more incentives, therefore for the organization, that is not correct to students. You have to maintain a good relation. You have to provide a good working condition. You have to understand the workers' problem. Then only the workers can be dedicatedly work. Money is not a measurement for the success. Always it is not considered. Maybe it is one of the factor. One of the factor, but it is not a one factor. It is only one of the factor among the different factors. It is not only a one factor. Okay, but scientific management theory given importance to the only the monetary incentives, not non-monetary incentives. That means exploitation of the workers. I will pay you work. Okay, okay. So it is not correct, students. Wages of workers are not increased in direct proportion of productivity. It leads to exploitation of the workers. So people are not ready to use the word scientific. Okay, the scientific does not have any significance. It does not have any significance. Why it is it's a scientific management theory? Management is a social science, not exactly a science. Management is a social science, not exactly science. So this is the criticisms we faced in the scientific management theory. Okay, so students, I'm stopping my class here because of 11:30 already. So tomorrow we are going to discuss on the rest of the topics. Okay, so any doubts from your side? Just make it complete. Yes, any doubts from your side? Nagaraju, Kirtana, Nandini, some people yesterday. So I have sent this file to one of your friends. So you can collect the file. Otherwise, you can SMS WhatsApp message, so I can forward this file to you.
Excuse me, sir. Can you explain monitor benefit?
Any doubt from anyone? Priyanka?
Sir, can you explain?
Yeah, Nagaraju, I am unable to hear you.
Sir, it's me, Harini Nagarajan.
Sir,
Yes. Yes, Nandini, any doubt?
sir, can you explain
I'm
advantages
unable
of
to hear you,
scientific
Nandini.
management?
Hello, sir.
Sir,
It's okay. You can put a message to me. Any doubt? If you can
sir,
put a
please can you explain advantages of scientific
for
management?
attending the class. Okay, thank you.
Today's PDF file.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
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 Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello.